welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for August the 26th through September the 1st. Oh my God, we're in September. If you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so glad you found me, and I really hope you enjoy these readings. And if you are returning, you're my heart. Thank you. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your loyalty and consistency. Thank you so much. These are general readings, guys, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you would like a more tailored and personal reading, you may click on this link and it will take you to my website. Now, that brings me to another announcement. I'm kind of in a critical financial situation, which I won't bore you with the details. So for 1 week only, I am offering a full reading, which is an hour long, sometimes a little bit more, for $60. So that's 40% off. There's going to be a special code that I will put in the show more section in the description box below. And you can copy and paste that at checkout. It will only be for 1 week. I'll offer it. So get it while you can. Now, what else? Yes, this is for your sun, moon, and rising, guys. So you can find the links to the other videos below. Also, in fact, all the links to my website, everything is below. I also have a Facebook group, and on Wednesday, every other Wednesday, it correlates with the new moon and the full moon. So this week it'll be about the new moon in Virgo on Friday, and on Wednesday, in my Facebook group, which is a closed group, we discuss that. We look at your, signs and how it's affected by the moon, and also I do a little tarot reading for people, so we have fun. It's a lovely group. The link to that will be below also. What else? Another way of supporting me, guys, is through Patreon. I post things on Patreon that I don't post anywhere else. And also, thank you, my patrons. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. You help me going. Now, what else? Oh, yes. These readings come in 3 sections. I will have the timestamps to skip each section. If you want to get straight to the, excuse me, I can barely breathe because I have been smudging my house, and it is intense. I can barely breathe. These readings come in 3 sections. We have the intro, the astrology report, and the tarot card reading. So find the skip stamps below if you're checking out your sun, moon, and rising. So that's it, folks. Without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading. And what a celestial sky we have this week, guys. Wow, so much earth energy and so much Virgo. Virgo energy is earth. Right? It's the earth element, it's practical, it's critical thinking, and critical thinking is kind of important, right? We need to be able to look at situations critically, and sometimes ourselves. Just the tendency to criticize can come out, so, hold back on criticizing yourself and others, unless it's constructive criticism. Now, Virgo, you've got the new moon in Virgo, right? So we have 5 planets in Virgo, and at some point they are interacting with Uranus. Uranus is the planet of surprises and shocks and sudden happenings. It's like thunder and lightning, right? Now, it is going retrograde. So all these other planets, we've got Mercury, the Sun, Mars, Venus, and the Moon, right? Now, the Moon is also, you've got this beautiful new moon on the 30th, on Friday, the 30th. So this is a wonderful time for intentions, but Virgo's about planning. And I just have to say, on Friday, this new moon interacts with 7 planets, some in nice ways and some in not so nice ways. This is a wonderful opportunity for new beginnings. And because all the planets are kind of interacting with Uranus and the moon too at some point, I think it's a good time to plan. Virgos are all about planning. They're all about structuring and putting rules in place and setting goals. So I think it's a really incredible time to set goals. Now, I want to also say there's so much energy in Earth. This is a wonderful time to manifest, right? Because the Earth is about manifesting. It's about, what we create, what we actually live within this 3-dimensional world. Growing food, it's about providing shelter and food and everything that we need to live. So Virgo's also about service. And it's a mutable sign, right? So mutable means flexible. So it's good to look at where we can be flexible. So this energy is all about making plans to go forward. It's all about how can I be of service to others. Now, I just want to mention that the Mars and the Sun are conjunct, almost exact. That can mean sudden bursts of anger, right? It can mean, because it's kind of what do I want to say? It's impatience, it's intolerance. When a planet is conjunct the sun, I mean, the sun's powerful and hot, right? And it can burn a planet to a cinder. So what you want to do is, some of us can control ourselves and some of us can't, but it is important to choose your battles and perhaps not be so impulsive this week, because we may have the tendency to be impulsive. But the moon on Friday interacts with 7 planets. So this can mean a fluctuation in moods, not only for you, but for those around. And it affects people in different ways. And as I said, the moon is interacting with the planets, sometimes in a harmonious way and sometimes in a challenging way. You want to understand that all these moods that you're encountering, particularly on Friday, is a result of the celestial sky and the interaction with the moon. And it's momentary. The moon moves very fast. So that's why it's interacting, because it's kind of moving past all these planets and interacting with them. And they are interacting with other planets. So it kind of accentuates those moods. And how this affects you personally depends on where these planets are in your natal chart. So you might want to get a reading for that, or you might want to join my Facebook group and we can kind of generally discuss it. At least which area it's affecting you in your life. Mercury rules Virgo, so it is home. It is very happy in Virgo. So we have all this wonderful grounding, manifesting earth energy here this week. And we've got a lot of Uranian energy too, right? So as during this week, the Sun, Mars, Venus, the moon and Mercury will all interact with Uranus. Now, when that happens, it will affect us in different ways. For instance, when Venus interacts, and they're all harmonious, they're wonderful interactions, right? When Venus interacts with Uranus, Uranus, don't forget, is in retrograde. So you could bump into an old flame or an old friend, and romantic feelings could come up for you. Or just, very friendly and a wonderful connection. Depending, somebody could just pop up out of the blue, because Uranus is all about like popping up out of the blue. It's about surprises. When it's a harmonious relationship, when it's in a trine, it's like, nice surprises. When it's in a challenging relationship, it's shocking. Luckily, all this week is it's all about harmonious connections. So it's a wonderful energy and surprising energy. So lovely surprises all week long. So expect the unexpected, and don't forget, plan and think about how you can be in service with someone and how you can be more flexible. So we have a lot going on, guys. Without further ado, let's go to your tarot card, shall we? Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your reading for August the 26th through September the 1st. I was like, did I say the right month? Yes, I did. One last shuffle for you lovely Pisceans. This is for Pisces. What wonderful guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Pisces for this coming week? What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information. Three cards for Pisces, please. 3 cards for Pisces. Wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information. Oh, there's 1. 2 more cards for Pisces, please. 2 more cards. Oh, there's 2. 1 more card for Pisces, please. 1 more card for Pisces. Okay. Oh no, that wanted to come out and it didn't. 1 more card for Pisces. There it is. No doubt about that one. Okay. These are clarifying cards for Pisces. Clarifying cards for Pisces. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information do you give Pisces? Okay. What wonderful gifts, guidance, and helpful information can you give Pisces through these clarifying cards? Oh, see, this is what I do. I go a bit nuts. Please clarify. Okay. Please clarify. And please clarify. Oh, okay. Wow. There is definitely crossover here, guys. Check out your sun, moon, and rising. Here's your cards. Okay, the first card out is the Lover's card. Clarifying the Lover's card is the 6 of Swords. Then you have the 7 of Wands, clarified by the 4 of Wands. Then you have the Chariot, clarified by clarifying the Chariot is the Magician. The first card out is the Lover's card, and this is just a beautiful Lover's card. Look at it. It's definitely Venus and Mars, and Venus and Mars are in the in Virgo, so they are very prominent right now. Venus and Mars is definitely a relationship of some kind. It can represent friendship, usually lovers. It can also represent a decision. So the decision is you need to move on. You've got the 6 of Wands clarifying this. The 6 of Wands, it's like, get in that boat. There there's some fear when the Six of Wands comes in. So maybe you're not making a decision that you need to make, and the decision is on the table. This might be you moving on from a relationship, or moving on from the pain of letting it go, of a relationship that perhaps is no longer there. And it can be a friendship too. But really, quintessentially, these are, this particularly, I see passion. I'm really feeling that this is perhaps a relationship that isn't working for you. Of course, guys, this is a general reading. Please don't everyone take this to heart. This is for somebody who needs to hear it. So here she is in this boat, and there's all these swords in it. So there's fear about what's ahead. There's no guarantees of what's around the corner. So there's fear. So she's getting in the boat, even with, the waters can be treacherous and they can be tumultuous. But when there's greener pastures ahead and calmer waters for sure. Maybe a little turmoil before you get there. Who knows? There's no guarantees. But when this comes in, it's saying just move on, get in the boat. You're ready. Make the decision. Get in the boat, Pisces. And then you have this, you have the Seven of Wands, and this is about standing your ground, right? I feel that you can't compromise your values. So you really need to move on from this relationship, because this relationship you're compromising your values in it. And you're being asked to compromise. Don't stand up for what you believe is right. Don't back down out of peer pressure or just to make the other person quiet. Don't be combative though either. Be diplomatic and listen to the person and come from a higher perspective. You can say, look, I understand why you feel that way, but I feel this way, and this is in my heart, and I know it's right for me. So I need to move on. And by moving on, you've got the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is the completion of something, and something that you feel proud of. So you can feel proud that you're moving on. It's a good foundation to go forward. Wow. So this is such a clear message for someone out there who needs to hear this. This is really happiness by moving on. It's a feeling of accomplishment within, and feeling that, brave and courageous. And the next card is the Chariot, and the Chariot is you're coming to the end of a difficult journey, and it's going to be triumphant. It's a really wonderful completion, and it's been difficult. You have had to navigate and handle, lots of energies, dark and light energies. There's been some, it's been a journey that's exhausted you. It's an exhausting journey, but this represents Cancer in astrology. I don't necessarily see it, but the part about Cancer that this represents is the tenacity and the determination and the stamina that you have to complete this journey. So this is coming to an end. Now, one thing I will say about this is, just because it's triumphant, it's come to the end, don't rest on your laurels. It's keep the momentum going. And I always think about focusing on the moment. So this is about staying in the moment. Look, the past is a dream, the future is fantasy, and right now is a gift. That's why we call it the present, right? So we need to stay in the present moment, completely focus on the task at hand, right? Navigating these energies. Stay focused. And look, clarifying it is the Magician. And the Magician's he's come in quite a few readings this week. So the Magician is about, look, you have everything you require to create the life you desire. You can create something out of nothing. This is your time, Pisces. Move forward. Don't compromise your values. Move on. Get in the boat, darling, because it's all good. Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, family, neighbors, social media, and comment. I live for comments and feedback. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.